Welcome.
Let's go ahead and start. Okay, welcome to VGDC. I'm glad you all can make it. I'm glad you got the room. It was a little impromptu. We thought we needed a bigger venue, and I think we were right for that. But I'm glad you all made it. Welcome. So we're the Video Game Development Club. You know, tonight's our interest meeting, and so we're going to kind of lay out who we are, and we're going to go through each of the officers. We're kind of the face of the club, and we're going to, tell you what we like to do, what we're experienced in. So we have a resource you can go to in the future if you ever want help or anything. And then we'll also kind of detail what the club is about, what kind of events we hold, what we've done in the past. And then we'll also get a chance to kind of introduce yourselves to each other and hopefully make some connections here tonight. And then we'll get some delicious dinner off. We'll go for a treat afterwards. So got a lot to look forward to. But first off, I'm Carson. I'm the current president, and we'll hear more about me later. But this over here is
I'm. Hello. Is this on? My fault. All right, hold on. Hello. Testing. Okay. I'm Nathan. I'm the vice president of the club. I also have a little introduction slide or something, but yeah.
We'll go ahead and jump right in. So first off, what we are in a nutshell. So we kind of have three main things you can boil down this club into. We focus on development. We try to prepare you with skills you'll need for your own personal projects. If you're interested in a career, then we'll try to do our best to prepare you for a career. But overall, we're kind of a hobbyist club. However, we'll give you opportunities to learn and to put that learning into practice through game jams and other like mini kind of jams that will test you or give you a chance to try out a new skill. Next, education kind of loops into that. So we will we teach you. We have some guest speakers coming as well, and so we've had in the past a man named Josh Fairhurst who kind of created limited run games. I don't know, has anyone been to limited run games? Okay, some people are familiar. Yeah, it's a company that does a lot of taking digital games and putting them into physical form. So I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head. There's people who have been there. You guys think of any example? 80s?
Yeah, they did a physical copy of that.
Yeah. They're really cool. And so we've had a speaker from them before. I believe we've had one from EA in the past as well. And so it's a good way to get a view into the career side of things and get some insight there. As well as community. We do a lot of fun things together. We'll talk about it a little more later, but we do some fun things like a presentation night. We go and we get dinner together. We're looking into doing more things on the weekends or outside of a designated club time on Wednesday, just to hang out and kind of come closer as a community. So overall, this kind of goes over what I was saying again, but we do a variety of events that we'll detail much further later. But this is kind of what we boil down to. Like I said, we are kind of a hobbyist club. If you're coming in here for a career, we can help you with that, and we want to help you with that. There are many people who have come to this club and have been able to land a career job through the experience they gained here. However, we're open to those who have not had any experience whatsoever before. And many of us, including us up here, came in with zero experience in games. And we have some of the projects on our slides that you'll see, and we've been able to grow and learn in this environment and create those things. So, without further ado, we're going to introduce the officers, and we'll start with me. So, like I said, I'm the president. I'm Carson. I'm a computer science major, and within games, I've been focusing mainly on game design and art. Programming is kind of a supplemental thing I've been doing, but I have some example projects up here, and so all of these I've done art for on. So top left I've done UI, bottom right I did UI, and then I've been growing over the past year as a 3D artist. And so the other three projects I've done most of it, not all of the 3D art on those games. And so if you're interested in 2D and 3D art, I'm more than happy to answer. And so that's me. Nathan?
All right. Here's my slide. Thanks. I think my mic stopped working, so I'm just gonna project. I'm the vice president. I'm a computer science major. I'm a senior as well. I have a minor in mathematics because I decided to tournament myself. But these are also games that I've either done programming for or game design for. A lot of the games that I like working in or like making games in is Unreal Engine. I just find it really useful, and it's also what a lot of the industry uses, and I want to go into the games industry, so building a portfolio for that, I think is really ideal. Yeah, so yeah, these are some of the projects that I've worked on. Um, and if you have any questions about Unreal Engine, I'd be happy to talk to you guys about that. You got which one?
There is the right now. Alright,
Awesome.
come up.
Hello, I am Evelyn and I'm the treasurer for the Video Development Club and I major in psychology and English with a concentration in design. And what I mainly focus on is game design and I particularly love level design and puzzle design as well as narrative design. I also love to work in production for games as well as writing for games. And in some of my projects I've done for Encore, I've done like puzzle and level design for that, and that's been a lot of fun. I've also dabbled in some 2D pixel art. For example, I did some UI art and background art for House Spawner, which was a whole lot of fun. But I'm very passionate about, especially about just the general game design and especially the narrative design side of game development.
Next slide.
Hello, I'm Lady. I'm the branding officer. I'm mainly a 2D artist, but my specialty is going real fast. Uh, I'm one of the humanities diversity hires in the officer corps. I'm a history major, and I want to be a history teacher. I'm here because I think it's so much fun. You can see some of the pixel art that I've done. I didn't include any of my non-pixel art, but that's fine. You know it's there. I did a lot of work for Lich Chamber, Tree Fall, also House Spawner. I'm also one of the leads on Encore. And I did a lot of work for Jump Hump, and some background work for Anger Pungeon, which just lots of really, really, really fun projects. But also, as branding officer, everyone say cheese. Cheese. Thank you.
Camden.
Hello, everyone. I am Camden. You can call me Cam. I'm the webmaster of VGDC. I am a composer and audio designer. Just from my background in band, I've been a marching band here for a long time. I'm still in jazz here. I have worked on too many projects to fit on this slide, so I started to focus on the big ones instead. Uh, these are the tools I use, mostly Ableton and NewScore. I'm getting into Ableton, but I'm getting better at it over time. And then NewScore is like a bell like that. And then on the right, that is a project I've worked on called Chordwall, which is in this big 360 room in Hill. And you play a bunch of music with the PlayStation controller. It's really hard to explain, but it'll be open at some point in the fall, so I'll let you know about that. Also, I made a video game in PowerPoint. It's kind of fun. I just want to throw that out there. All right, that's all. Oh yeah, I have music in the pod I play right now, so you can take over.
Hello, gamers. So I am the communications officer. My name is Maverick. I am getting a Master's in Computer Science this semester. And I have done a lot of things in game development. I love programming. I love art. I love design. I dabbled in music that was horrible. Won't do that again. But as you can see, I have some pixel art here. My current project is one called Hellscape. It's a roguelite I did in the summer, and I had a lot of all the little characters down there. For other that and other projects, I just love every chance I can to do jams with this club. It's been a lot of fun to get into game development a bit more past the software development aspect. So I've explored a lot here and had a blast. So I hope you all do the same.
Hey guys, I'm Max. I'm a general officer for the VGDC. I've been around here for a long time now and done a lot of projects through this club. So on this slide are a couple of examples of some of the art I've done. I specialize in pixel art and animation as well as game design. So I was like, how do I represent game design doc? And yeah, I'm your go-to person for pixel art questions, especially Ace Sprite questions.
Hey gamers. I'm Grant. I'm a general officer. I'm in the game dev concentration, which I'd recommend if you guys in computer science. I've been on a bunch of projects. Most of them are up here. If we do a jam and we include the Simon Rubin visualization gallery, the 360 room Pam was talking about, I'd recommend doing it. Like using that as a medium. It's really fun. I have some lit hobbies, and I play Dota. Thank you, Grant. Hello, my name is Parker. I'm a general officer. I'm also a computer science major, and I'm the game maker enthusiast for all the 5 people out there who's game maker. Can I get a show of hands? Let's go. That's like 2 people. So some of the projects I've worked on here, Crash the Market, you can see in the bottom corner there. I made that in the fall game jam last semester. And over here, it's called Getting Goopy. I made it and I helped work on it during the GMTK 2024 game jam this year. And actually placed number 42, which I was very surprised by. Also I've worked on Encore, which you've heard other people talk about, and also the Golden Wasteland. Okay. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Parker.
Chloe.
Just say your buttons yet, wait.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here, you take it.
Which one goes just after
That one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hello. My name is Chloe Trell. I am also a general officer. I am a senior majoring in computer science and hopefully minoring in art and design. I specialize in 2D art and hope to do more 3D art in the future. I also specialize in playing games, specifically that Valorant. And then I have done like 2 projects. I have not done much, but I really hope to do more. I have worked on Encore, as other people have mentioned. I've also worked on Claw Game, and that's it. To this part.
Yeah. So Clogging is also a game jam that we did. I don't know if you guys know what like a game jam is, but if you don't, we'll usually like make a game over the course of like. You want to say something?
Okay, cool. That was all the officers. That was all the officers. So now we want to get a chance to know you guys, and so we're gonna do a little icebreaker. We've done this last year and 2 mixed reviews. Would you want to say something?
No.
Cool. So yeah, feel free to turn to the people next to you. Just introduce yourself. What's your name, major, blah blah blah. You've done that all this week, as well as kind of more some game specific ones. So, what's your favorite game? Maybe your favorite genre, mechanics you like. What are these other ones? The game's so beautifully designed to do that. Also get creative with it, and so we're gonna take maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. Just meet others around you, say hi. We'll be walking officers. Will be walking around and say hi, meet all you, and so we'll get started. I want to hear some chatting. Want to play some music?
Sure, man.
Yeah, let's play some music.
Hey, what's going on? The microphone was not working.
Oh,
That microphone was not working. This one is one. Hello. Testing. It's blinking.
it's on.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Hello.
Why don't you test it again?
Testing. All right. Thanks, sir. Is it on? Yeah. Is it on? Yeah, I think it's on.
You're okay. Cool. Cool. So we're gonna keep going. It was nice talking to some of you. I think to talk to every single person in the room. Maybe in the future, no. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. And so first, I'm gonna kind of break down more of specifically what we do. And so I mentioned workshops before, but these are usually the bread and butter of our club. Majority of the time, we come in on a Wednesday, we are doing a workshop. And so we'll post it in advance what we're doing. We're not gonna have it next week. Next week we're not gonna have a game night. We're gonna have some fun, to hang out. The week after that, we're going to be doing our first workshop. It's going to be our intro to, I think we're choosing Godot. And so it'll be a nice entrance to programming and a game engine and a use to, where do I click? How do I get things to move? Things like that. How do I put in art? For you artists out there, it might be nice to be able to be like, okay, I made this beautiful picture. How do I put it in there? And we're going to try to do that. And so you'll come in usually for those. We try to make it as interactive as possible. And so, that first few 30 to 40 minutes, we're going to be doing more of a lecture style. We're going to be telling you what's what, our tips and tricks, our how-tos, whatever. And then we're going to have some interactive components where you'll get to write your own script or follow along. And by the end, hopefully, everyone has their kind of own unique final project that they can share with each other and kind of give tips and tricks to each other. So it's a very collaborative thing. And this is something we try to keep with all of our workshops. For example, 2D and 3D art workshops in the past, we've kind of given specifically for pixel art, give you like tips and tricks on what we look for when we're doing pixel art. And after we give you those tips, we've been like, hey, let's make a game collectible, coins, rings, gems, some collectible you would have in a game. Cool, let's make a pixel art. Okay, cool, let's see if we can make the shading a little bit better. Let's see if we can animate it a little bit. And so we try to reiterate and iterate and let you experiment and come to your own conclusions and we guide you there. So that's what workshops are. We also have some spins on workshops, specifically down here, mini jams. These are kind of a special variant of jams that we do. And so we'll come in and we'll kind of vote on a theme together, similar to a game jam. In the past, we've had one be, it was Dollar Store and Patrick. And so we've had those things in the past, and based on the theme, you would have 1 hour to create an asset or a game mechanic or a game design like doc or a narrative. It's one tiny little component of a game. And we have an hour to make it, and by the end, we all present it. And so there are a fun little twist on our kind of workshop schedule that allows you to kind of flex what you've learned without having to dedicate your time to a game. Speaking of which, that is not okay. Cool. Yeah. Here are some examples of things we've made in workshops. Forgot the slide was here. This was kind of we made a starter project last year for our intro to game programming, and so last year we gave you this project, and we told you to edit the scripts to kind of make it your own. So people added mechanics like a double jump. People added like a sprint button. Dying, I think was added. I don't know if dying was the original part of it. But this was made during a 3D art workshop. This is made during 2D pixel art workshop, and these are some other things we made during workshops. Now, like I was saying, game jams. What are they? So, kind of this is our workshops are the thing we do the most. Game jams are I would consider kind of the backbone of our club. It's where our projects primarily come from. It's the time where you get to really test your knowledge, and this is the part where you actually learn the most. We're not going to learn the most from our workshops. We're going to give you kind of the tools you need to tackle one of these, but this is where you go through the trials, the tribulations, and the suffering before the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not all suffering, I swear. You'll have fun. Win. But usually we have one major one hosted by the club every semester. So this year, I think it's like early October-ish.
I can check.
You can check for it, please. But before that, we're going to do all like these workshops to get you ready. But we'll start the game jam. We'll pick a theme together as a group through a magical wheel. Yeah. And it'll be picked through RNG. And once that's picked, we'll select teams, we group up with others that you're interested in working with, or maybe two new people you haven't met before. And then we will give you 3 weeks, 3 weeks to make a game, and then by the end, we'll kind of present them. And so it may seem intimidating, but when I say it's the kind of the birthplace of you as a game developer, it really is. Like you're going to come into your own. It's going to force you to rely on others to kind of generate your own. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Yeah.
I'm okay. Well, first of all, our big club game jam is on October 11th. So, but yeah, no, it's a great opportunity for you to like kind of build better skills in programming or art or whatever you are interested in. I took it as an opportunity to do like level design for some stuff because I didn't really know anything about that or like UI UX. Like, you can go into these game jams with a motive of like, oh, like I want to learn more about programming in this engine or something. So like that could be like a good goal. Just like it lets you build a bigger portfolio as well. Like that's another like cool thing about these game jams. Like if you're an artist or like a programmer or a sound person, you can even if you don't want to go into games, like these game jams like will look good for you. For programming projects are all that.
Well said. Okay. I will say we don't only do one game jam per semester. There are a lot of external game jams that we kind of support and encourage you to do. For example, Little Dare, the really popular one we've been doing the past year. There are 3-day jams over a weekend that can be very extreme, but they're a lot of fun. We just get to grind out one weekend, kind of dedicated 72 hours to a game. But it's a lot of fun and it's come up with some of our best games. Um, this being one of them right here, actually. And then we also host Global Game Jam, which is in the spring, I believe. Yeah, yeah, okay, the spring, I believe. And so that was another one of our big external ones we do. And so next, this is another big aspect of our club. And so if one half of our game projects come from, well, it's more than one half, but theoretically, half of our game projects come from various small, short game jams. The rest come from our larger projects called Wolf projects. And so these are longer term projects, kind of pitched by fellow students and members of the club to the rest of the club in order to create a small indie team in order to push this game out. And so we've had a lot come through, come and go. However, we have some current ones, namely Shy Boy and Project Hellscape, that are currently working. I'm sure you'll hear about them more sooner. I think some of the games have some openings that might speak of work. So if you're curious, we have our representatives here for both projects. But we can get you guys the posting in our Discord later if you guys want. We'll reach out. But yeah, there are longer term projects, and the goal behind them is to have more than just 3 weeks to make something. More like a couple of months, maybe even a year. And so some of them be very long term and have been fruitful. Some of them have not. But if you're interested in leading your own, the process is pretty simple. We have a document that kind of details what we expect from you, which we'll send out. You can send that out when we send more information about the current progress. But essentially, if you have an idea, come to one of the officers, run it by us, and then we'll give you a platform to pitch it. And from there, you can lead your project, and you hope to see some really cool projects from you. And outside of our more educational things, we do a lot of like social events and recreational things. So once a day, once a year in the spring, by the end of the year, while all the seniors leave and graduate, we go out and for one day in the entire year, we touch grass. We don't. we only a day, only for a couple hours, no more than that. Yeah, so we host a field day at the end of the school year. So it's a nice fun time to go outside, run around, play some games. Uh, we have a lot of ice. We had some ice and pops and ice cream last time, which is really nice when it's really hot. But we like doing that. We've last year we had a Bimbo workshop and for all you new people, this is Bimbo. It's a frog and kind of our like secret mascot, low key. We love frogs here. But we had one of the officers from last year hosted a crafts workshop in the makerspace in the hill where we got to come together and we made these little plushies. And so this is an example of one of the plushies someone made. I don't know which one that is. What?
I think it's
That's good too, though. Yeah. There's a variety of different ones. But we're going to do some more of those in the future, and they're nice, fun things we do that they're not game dev, but they're something you can get your hands on and make. And so we're looking to do more of those in the future, as well as our semesterly PowerPoint net, where some of our dumbest inside jokes have come from. and you can be a part of it too. But basically, it's just a night where you make whatever presentation you want and you present it. And so we have some really fun kind of game shows and you do games for PowerPoint, like Canada Note. And so these are just some examples of some of the fun things we do outside. And so looking more at the game dev side of things, we use a variety of softwares here. And so these are kind of our main recommendations. This year, we're really going to be pushing Godot more as kind of our de facto. In the past, we've pushed Unity a lot, but because of events that I'm sure a lot of people here know of, we like Godot here. So we'll be trying to focus on Godot, but we also have a lot of people here who are experienced in Unreal. It's a really, really fun option for 3D games. And so mainly Godot and Unreal will be the ones who support it. But if you love Unity, there's some Unity people. And then in terms of like art stuff, these are the main ones we kind of use here. They're all free. All the softwares you see up top are free. Questionable. Most of them are free though. And then down at the bottom, we have some alternative software that maybe there are a couple of specialists next to that use. And so GameMaker, for instance, Sprite. I don't know. This should be up there, but Sprite is a kind of our favorite paid software we support here. It's $25. If you want to do the pixel art, I'm telling you, that's $25 you'll ever spend. I bought it my freshman year, and I now have over 300 hours in it. I think I can get my $25 worth. But
There's also Libre Sprite, which is like the demo version of A Sprite, and that's a really good like way to experiment with making 3D art.
yeah. And so these are the main ones we'll kind of push and feature in our workshops. But you're free to use any software outside of that. If you want, and if you do, we'd be more than excited to hear about it, and you teach us about the software you use. And then getting more into game dev here at State. I'd like to say that we are probably the best way to get into games here, selfishly, but there are a variety of other ways to get into game dev here other than us. One of which is a really great intro class taught by Alexander Card. 281 is for everyone. You don't have to be a comp sci major to do it. So if you're in here and you don't like programming, you're fine. This is really easy. It's really fun. It kind of teaches you about basically game dev. And for our intro game dev workshop, we'll actually be telling some content up here. What I see a hand.
Yeah, it's also my favorite disciplinary perspective that we
Yeah, freshman take notes. And then in the middle we have games concentration. I'm part of it, Aiden's part of it. And so really it enables you to get into classes that really teach you the deep details of game dev, specifically game engines, computer graphics, into the game AI. So you can get kind of a golden ticket or a fast pass to go into those classes. So highly recommend taking this, as well as a variety of research and grant programs. Jahal's gone.
Derek's gone too.
What?
Derek, yeah.
They're both gone. I didn't know Derek left.
He left really recently.
Damn, that's not.
It's hard. No. Yeah, Derek's legit gone. I'm a graduate student.
Yeah.
I went from class and gone. Yeah, he literally like last week was his farewell party.
Dude.
Rip Derek.
That's crazy. Well, forget this. Jahal is coming back. He's just not here now. But Dr. Card, if you want someone to reach out to about kind of research opportunities, Dr. Card is probably the best person to reach out to. But the point is, there's other avenues. And in terms of career, we do like to market ourselves as a hobbyist club. However, if you're interested in the career aspect, there are a lot of different roles you can try to slot yourself in, and Dawn Club is a great way to build a portfolio for that. So, like for example, for me, I really like game design. I would love to do game design, and so I have my technical side from my comp sci major, but I like doing art and the game design aspect to the club, and so it's giving you a really rich portfolio where I have a technical background as well as a creative side. And so, if you're interested in a career, it's important to kind of narrow down what you're interested in. If you want to do writing, I encourage you to try to write for various projects and try to build that portfolio up. And so if you're ever curious in any sort of career, if I want to be officer, you can try to give you some pointers of what you would like to focus on, what uh, kind of people or the hiring people are looking for in a portfolio and whatnot. As well as we those are a lot of networking opportunities in there. One big one is the you get a drink up, which is it the first or last Thursday?
I think it's the second Thursday.
I'm wrong. Uh, so it's a great opportunity to kind of link up with the VGDC in Raleigh. So people from Unreal or from Epic Games, some Red Storm people, variety of teams in the area. And then we also like to do in the spring, we go on a club trip to GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. And so if you want to pay in your pocket, you can, but if you're in engineering at all, you can use UIA funding to go basically, I wouldn't say for free, but you're not paying for a flight, you're not paying for a hotel. You do the tickets.
Yeah, you do have to pay for your ticket, but it's so worth it going to the game developers conference because a lot of us have like met a ton of like game developers that work in industry. Some of us have like gotten jobs from making connections like at this conference. So like it's definitely worth going if you can go and are interested in getting into the games industry. Um, but yeah, we try to set y'all up with opportunities like that. There also is a Triangle Arts Interactive, which is another like local game dev community around here that kind of exposes you to playtesting and other developers that aren't specifically into college. And so we have really good connections with them. So we'll be shouting them out. And I think we'll also try to like have like portfolio workshop and like networking events or something like that. So if you do want to build a career, having a portfolio is super important in game dev. So we want to be able to prepare y'all if any of you guys are interested in that. That might be one of our special topic workshops that we have on the weekend or like a main one, but we definitely want to have something like that if there's interest for it.
And to kind of bounce it off that, we have a very that's one side. If you're not exactly wanting to go into games specifically, there's a lot of other parallels that are probably really good for building a portfolio account. So going into you want to go into VFX and movies, simulation XR, graphic design. This is still a great place to build those skills, and there are kind of a lot of roles we do in projects to fulfill the needs for these, um, as well as these are the variety of skills you can build in these hours. So, what I thought was the next slide is this. We have a very deep alumni network, and our alumni have been able to acquire jobs from a variety of different companies, like Epic, Respawn, Red Storm, PlayStation, Microsoft. And so, if you are interested in trying to really go for a career in game dev, if you're not sure where to start, and you want someone to go to, we highly recommend reaching out to our alumni. They're very friendly, very willing to help. And so you can always ask, like, hey, and this for hey, does anyone, I'm curious in getting into Epic Games. What kind of things can I expect to see, or what experience should I gain for that role? And they'll reach out to you with an answer.
A lot of these alumni also go to the game dev drink ups that we were talking about, and they also will show up to like workshops that we have too.
Yes. Cool. So if you want to keep up, we kind of talk to you a lot. If you want to see some more of the content that we've been talking about, whether it be projects or old workshops or things, the best way to do that is through our website. It'll have kind of all the links to different things. So you have our YouTube, which has recordings of all the workshops and all kind of meetings that we've streamed. We have a link to our itch, and you can play our old projects and check those out, as well as our socials so you can keep up to date. And so with that, we kind of just want to shout out where and when you can find us. So we meet every Wednesday, 7 to 9, not in this room. This is just an exception for tonight because we thought we'd have a large audience. We're trying to just gauge how many people have. Normally, we did not change to we didn't change it. You forgot if we changed that real quick? Yeah. ignore the slide real quick. It is Lampy 371, Wednesdays 7 to 9. You forgot to update that. Ignore that. That was our old spot. But, what? Yes, sir. Whiteboard? That's crazy. That's a good idea. That's a my bad, guys. Blame him. Blame him.
Everyone boo the president.
Who's the VP?
No! Cheers! Cheers to the
See how it is.
Thanks, guys.
Website. Alright, cool. Well, sorry about that. But most things, yeah, 7 to 9. Maybe through 7 to 1. Workshops will have a little bit of delay. We start maybe 15 to 20 minutes after 7. And so if you're there shortly for the workshop, show up a little bit later, but usually provide that time to get to socialize and mingle and whatnot before we get started. All of our workshops are streamed on Twitch and on YouTube later. And then if you're looking for announcements, the best way is with Discord. And so we'll notify you from Discord with the content of the next event and whatnot. And so with that, thank you all for coming. I think we're gonna cut it here. We're gonna go to Hillsborough Street, we're gonna get some dinner, we're gonna bring it back, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. What's the score for?
Someone check if it's like a virus or something.
Discord, cool. That's the Discord. If you're already joined, next week we'll be doing a game night. We'll update y'all with the information for the game night. Odds are we'll be in 371 for that. So we encourage you to bring your own PC controller games.
Yeah.
That room, it's barren, so we need some
We
games.
will be sending out Discord announcements though. Please check the Discord announcements for all of the club info. But
Sweet.
yeah, come to Hillsborough with us if you want to come talk. Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Good.
Yeah, no.
Thank y'all for coming. It was a fun time talking to y'all. We hope to see you in 2 weeks. Games.
There's no way you're getting a second hit.